हेलो IITG जनता, मैं हूं आपका अपना RJJ पंजाबी मुंडा पार्क और आज मेरे साथ है IIT गुवाहाटी के 3 बहुत ही डिस्टिंग्विश अलुमनाइज जो कि आज आप लोगों के साथ अपने एक्सपीरियंसेस शेयर करेंगे, अपनी यादें शेयर करेंगे और कुछ बातें शेयर करेंगे। फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल जेंटलमैन, वेलकम बैक टू IIT गुवाहाटी। IITG जनता, हमारे साथ आज है सचिन भाटिया जी।
हाय एवरीबॉडी।
मिस्टर सुमित कुमार मुद्गल,
हेलो,
एंड प्रोफेसर विजय कुमार। ये सब हमारे IIT गुवाहाटी के 1999, 2001 बैचेस के अलुमनाइज हैं। तो सर, फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल वेलकम बैक टू IIT गुवाहाटी। सर, IIT गुवाहाटी में इतने टाइम बाद आप वापस आए हैं, कैसा लग रहा है? हाउ डू यू फील?
बहुत नॉस्टैल्जिक लग रहा है। very emotional, but somehow we are feeling awkward that you're calling us Mr. Bhatia and Professor Sarva. We still meet those mess guys and we still feel Dada kiya se khane mein kiya se, so we still feel at home when you're here. What about you? What do you think?
Absolutely. It's my third visit in relatively recent times, so I'm very comfortable with the campus now and the student developments we also looking at. Sarva is visiting after a while though, so I'm sure he'll have a lot more to share in terms of the immediate reaction. But it feels really nice to be back home. As always.
Yeah, I'm visiting after 11 years. So after graduating, this is the first time. So there's a lot of changes, and I'm just taking it all in. Still, it's not sunk in yet because I still don't understand where is and where was the transit complex, where were the hostels. That seemed very close, but now it seems very far. It takes a long time to take out this place.
So would you be comfortable with me calling you Sachin Bhaiya, Sumit Bhaiya?
We would love that. We would love that.
Okay, that is great, sir. Okay, so you were describing the changes. तो आपकी view में कैंपस किस तरह बदला है? क्या अच्छा हुआ है? क्या बुरा हुआ है? What's your take?
So obviously, in terms of just infrastructure, it has gone humongous. And I've visited a lot of other universities and other IITs. IIT Guwahati, in terms of infrastructure, absolutely rocks. Today we can proudly say we have the best campus in terms of all the IITs. But I also feel that what has changed, and it might be because when we were there, the communities were very close, and there were few communities. So today you have so many clubs and so many hostels. In our case, it used to be batch, department, immediate senior, immediate junior. We used to know everybody, and because of the sheer scale, I think that has changed. So, Mughal, what do you think?
2 more hostels are coming up, so
yeah, so the growth is good. Growth is good, but at one point of time, when we were in our 3rd, 4th year, even I came in my 5th year, which means after passing out, I just came in for answering up. I knew almost everybody on campus. So that is good in one way, but I personally feel that the camaraderie of the batches, or how people used to know each other, or one IIT-G kind of feeling, that somehow is missing. But then special groups are good when you grow up.
So,
Absolutely. I think largely सब कुछ अच्छा ही हुआ है. मतलब campus बहुत अच्छा बन गया है. लोग इतने सारे हैं. People are doing so many different things that we didn't even imagine, happening on campus so soon. तो बहुत अच्छा है. देख के सारी progress बहुत ही अच्छा लगा. बुरे में क्या हुआ, एक तो I guess the close knit family type of feel is a little less now, but still I'm sure there are close knit families in every hostel, for example, or wing department. It's just different from how it used to be when we were there, when all of everyone, including students, faculty, staff, mess boys, tapri walas, everyone was a part of the same family. So वो दूसरा, which I personally, my personal taste, I felt that when we had more lakes here, it was more fun.
More lakes and less girls.
Less girls. But about girls too, I think it was better that we had the girls hostel in Manas.
what that was like. We would like to know what that was like, living with the girls in a single.
We lived separately. We had a wing in Manas, which was like barricaded out almost like a jail. Manas had everything. Manas had a little dispensary, which like one room. I think this room, the guest room. Yeah, this room used to be the dispensary. There was a PCO over here where I think you now have a stationery shop or something like that, right outside. And where we have the library now was where there was a DT room, and the rest of it kind of looks the same. So ऐसा था, and the girls of course were there in this part of the hostel. The other part was taken up by boys, mostly PGs. So I guess they planned that one well.
We had inter-batch sports meet, so that made our batches more close-knit because the rivalry against the other batches was so fierce, especially their batch. Our batch had the pleasure of beating them in volleyball, and that is a memory we cherish even today because in the round robin they beat us.
And they were a much stronger team.
We had the pleasure of beating them in everything else. They still have that volleyball match. They were rubbing it today also.
So as a quick question, what were your hostels?
I was in Dihing.
सर मतलब आप कैंपस में इन्हीं सड़कों पे चले, इन्हीं लेक्स को देखा?
इतनी सारी सड़कें तो बाद में बनी है, हम तो एक सड़क पे चले थे यहाँ से किसी तक वाली but sorry, I didn't mean to.
That's completely fine. Sir, how do you describe your journey? आप IIT गुवाहाटी के बाद 4 साल के बाद हम भी किसी से निकलेंगे, तो आपका सफर क्या रहा? How do you describe it?
Let's let Sarva go first this time.
Okay.
He always gets a glass and he's like, okay, what is it?
So my journey after BTech, I went to do a PhD. I finished in 2007. Then I worked for a couple of years in Redmond in Microsoft, and then I joined IIT Bombay as an assistant. So that's been my journey. But I would say that the last 3 years have been the most interesting, as the Chinese saying goes, very interesting times. Yeah, but it's been fun. So yeah, I guess that's what I think I'll stop there.
The man with the starts and stops. Editing is going to help. I graduated in 2002. After that, I was in Gurgaon for a bit at a company called eValueServe. I was there for 3 years doing IP. Then I moved in 2005 to Bombay. वहाँ पे Pangea 3 नाम की company join करी. I was there for 7 years. I just quit earlier this year. And that's it. Now I'm planning to do a startup in some time. But for now I'm taking a break. I've been working 10 years straight, and that's, I think, more than I can handle. So yeah, that, and I also am working on the Alumni Association bit these days. But now with the break, I can give it more time. And it's tight. It was difficult to get things done. Now it's, I have more time to give.
We are learning about it.
So I passed out in 2001 CS. Then joined a company called Hughes Software Systems, which is now I think called Addicent, which was taken over. We were gone for about 2 years. In 2003, me and 3 other guys, we started a company called Drishti, which is into contact center software. And 9 years we've been with Drishti, and I'm enjoying being an entrepreneur since then. Yeah, so that's my story.
Many of us, हमारे कई सारे IT जनता के लोग आपकी कुछ करियर लाइंस पे चलने का प्लान कर रहे होंगे. So let's start with this. मतलब उनके लिए टिप्स जो कि आगे जब आपकी तरह रिसर्च में आ जाते हैं IIT मॉडल, क्या what message you want to give to them?
Yeah.
Who apply for career?
Pay attention in your courses because it will come back to bite you. When I'm awake at 3 a.m. preparing for the next morning's class, I think, man, if I had just paid more attention, I would not have to work so hard now. That is one thing I would say.
Good advice.
That's it. Baki, how is it like being a professor?
Like I said, it is. People think that being a professor is like a relaxed job, but if you want to do a good job, then you have to work hard at it. So I'm still learning. I mean, it's not over yet. So it's still a learning process for me.
It's for all those who curse the professor every day after 5 p.m.
यार तो तो मेरा तो बहुत टिपिकल कॉर्पोरेट करियर रहा है फॉर द मोस्ट पार्ट, बट उससे जो सीखा मैं which I'd like to share I guess for with you guys who are planning your careers or starting your careers now. So the question about preparing yourself is, I think Sarva gave it when he said that you know pay attention to being excellent. Okay, not I mean whatever you're doing. In fact, earlier today, Hati was also saying the same thing. Okay, now's your chance to be doing what you're doing right now, which is mainly the class, whatever course you're doing, and so on. And that chance will pass, and then there will be a certain assumption out there that you know this stuff, which and you know hopefully you do. Most of it you will, but the more you do, the easier it is later. So ये तो है, मतलब be excellent. The other thing that I'd like to say is कि be conscious of what you're doing, and also you sort of you understand what is the impact of whatever you're doing to society, to you know, to family, to yourself, how you're adding to the world. You should have some idea of it. Don't just chase you know things that sort of seem lucrative or you know otherwise glamorous, because that sort of fades in some time, and I mean you will eventually make more than enough money to not care about money. Whether it takes you 3 years or 5 years or 7 or 10 or 15 is not really the issue. You will get to that point sometime or the other. But whenever you get there and then you look back at you know whatever you've done so far, you'll be able to look at it proudly and say, you know what, I did a good job.
So during the EPC talk also I said that being an IITian, one thing is sure, that you'll not die of hunger. Right? So take some risks, do experiments, and do them faster, because your risk aversion as you grow older and there are liabilities and social pressures that come up, it becomes difficult. So that's one. Second is what he also mentioned, do a lot of introspection, keep doing introspection on what really makes you happy, what do you really want to do in your life. And it is interesting, and I asked this question to about 60-70 odd people this evening, and the room was quiet. So if you can confidently tell yourself in the mirror, this is what I want to do, that day you have achieved something which people don't achieve in 20 years. So the time to ask that question is today. What do you really want to do? And then whatever you want to do, you know, if things fall in place, which I'm sure if you put in right efforts, you will achieve it. In my case, for example, I wanted to, first I thought I wanted to code, and I was not PhD material. So I joined an Indian product company, Hughes. But then I figured out that the work that is happening in India in most of the product companies is actually services companies or product-based services. So I said, what I actually wanted to do is make products. If I couldn't find it, let me try doing it. And then I found these batchmates who were also thinking on the same line, and we just said, what the heck, if we cannot find a company which is a product company out of India, let's build one, or die trying. And we started it, and sort of. So, but we were clear that what we were doing. We were clear that it's not money we are after, it's not a specific domain we are after, it's that respect we are after that India can deliver products, and we've been working on that since that time. The other advice is don't listen to whatever we said, find your own path. It's good to have references, but then don't be shadows, try to make your own path. That is very important if you want to be successful.
So it's like watching 3 years all over again.
So I'm definitely one of the idiots. That's okay.
Okay, let's get a little personal for nostalgia. We were having a small discussion too about the old times. So what do you think आपकी memory में सबसे special याद क्या थी? सबसे best memory क्या थी आपके IIT party के stay की? What do you rate? सबसे बेहतरीन moment, सबसे अच्छी experience क्या था आपका?
So for me, I think I'll just mention two. First was Alumni of 2000, which our batch organized, and we believe that we sort of took it from a small IIT Guwahati event where some people come from outside to a place where almost everybody from Guwahati student community is there, and so we shifted the scale. There was I think the first time a rock show happened in 2000. There was first time a disco happened thanks to our juniors. There was first time a fashion show happened. A fashion show happened 1 year before that also. So that is one where we sort of thought that we can also do what other people do in their festivals. The second one was this is a small moment. You probably not feel it, but during our time we never won any match in inter-IIT. Never. We were the underdogs. The only medal we got was for the before the inter-IIT they have that parade, right? So we came first there. Yeah, so we didn't have great sports people, but I think in year 2000 again, 2000, right, Sarva? There was a guy, Ketan, from one match junior to them.
His batch.
His batch, yeah. Who won a badminton match. And that was like winning an Oscar for all of us. So the whole of contingent of IIT got carried that guy like we have won because that was the first match we were waiting for years to win in inter-IIT.
You would be proud to know our badminton team recently won the gold at the inter-IIT.
So I heard that cricket also won a gold. So if let's say you take that emotion right now, then all those players would be sort of swamped by people. That was the scenario. So I remember these two on the lighter side. On a serious side, I think the first time when people started doing internship outside, those were some of the things that we sort of are proud that started during our time. So I think a couple of guys from my batch went to EPFL and India. That was the first time somebody went from our campus to outside for international internship. So before that it was not known, nobody knew. So suddenly this happened. Or how we started Technish after a couple of guys came in from IIT Bombay Technical Festival, and I still remember how Technish name was decided. So it was me, Rohit Jain was I think the general secretary at that time, the general secretary, right? And Nayan, who's another co-founder of the HT. So we were just chatting and said, okay, Alcharinga is good, we're very proud of it, but we are a technical institute, right? So there should be a technical festival. Every other IIT does it. We always had this thing that what can we do to make sure that we are not looked at as underdogs, because we were a new IIT and every other IIT was a established culture, everything is set, and we had to build it.
Technothlon is an inter-school हमारे टेक्निश का बहुत बड़ा चीज़ शुरू किया जो कि टेक्निश की शान एक तरफ कह रहे हैं. Technothlon is school सारे हिंदुस्तान के बहुत सारे schools में Technothlon एक school level championship organize की. That is a very
Awesome.
बड़ा
Awesome.
event.
So I hope, yes, there have been accomplishment, but I hope the culture of accomplishment sets up, and then you will sort of go past the other IITs.
In retrospect, I'm glad that experience happened over here. So I'm from Delhi. I'm from the factory, PPS Architecture, and I came here, with only that sort of experience, big city, and the first day we arrived in the hostel, there was this, thin guy next to me, and I just joined a carom table, and we were all getting to know each other, and we were talking and playing, and the conversations in Hindi, and खेलते, we get talking about okay, what's going to happen next Monday, को जाना है register करना है, etc. And one of the guys playing says, oh, yeah, by the way, तुम लोग को सबको हिंदी English बोलनी आती है? And हाँ यार, मतलब आती है, like अच्छा, चलो मैं भी सीख लूँगा. So my immediate reaction was, how will this guy even cope, right? This was beta, Amit Shukla, right? 4 years he was my classmate. He had me nailed on grades. I never beat him any semester.
In the first semester you come and everybody is just figuring out, okay, how will I do and all that. So I remember this one quiz which Meenakshi Bhattacharya, she was a faculty in mathematics at that time. She used to teach us real analysis. So I remember giving that quiz, and I don't know if it was a quiz or a midsem, and then we got our papers back. I got some 46. Then I realized that I was the highest, and that felt really, really good. And after that, whatever came was.
Yeah, the birthdays question. So, what was the birthday ritual? Because we have a very interesting one which I probably can't mention on air. What was the ritual? How did you celebrate your birthday? The moms, I guess.
Moms, yeah. Which we used to refer as something else.
General public license.
We got that. Yeah.
So good that the tradition has continued.
It's in full glory. So it's been carried on like anything. Okay, in conclusion, sir, what would be your message for the IIT Party Janata? I know everybody is watching the show. What's your final parting words for them?
Be cool, man.
For me, don't consider it as parting words. Please stay in touch. Whenever you feel that you need some help, the alumni would be very, very happy to connect. So that's one. And second, find the purpose. He used the word purpose. I said, what do you really want to do? What makes you happy? Keep asking that question, and something good will come out of it. And don't get scared. I'll repeat, what one of our super seniors said in one of the skit plays. So the scene is that there is a Sadhu Baba and a IIT Guwahati student is going to him, and he says, Baba, आंखों के आगे अंधियारा सा छाता है, CPI का ज्ञान से क्या नाता है? So don't think about CPI too much. Focus on the learning, and that is going to help you in your life.
Yeah, so what they were saying, know thyself. So that is the key. So once you know yourself, then everything else will just follow.
Yeah, and just to ask the question is what we're saying, not find an answer.
Yeah.
The answer might come whenever it comes, but don't be too afraid or too lazy, to ask that question.
And until such time, don't let go of any learning opportunity. So even if you feel you shouldn't be an engineer, you shouldn't be, but you don't know for sure. Please make sure that all these classes, लगा होगा कि फंडा दे रहे हैं, but make sure that these opportunities are not getting wasted, because they will not come back again. Definitely.
IIT Guwahati Janata, आप सबको एक और चीज बताना चाहूँगा. The IIT Guwahati Alumni Association is a very, very active organization which is headed by this gentleman over there. And please interconnect कीजिए. Anything you want to know, these people are here to help you. These are your seniors, and I think you love everybody as much as and would want to tell them everything.
Absolutely.
Sure. So please connect with the IIT Guwahati Alumni Association. Kumar Gaurav is the representative from IIT Guwahati. Bombard him with questions and call him at any time of the night, and he will connect you with the right person.
Thank you so much.
This gentleman, I would like to say bye to you all, and thanks a lot for coming to GTV and giving us all your precious time and patience.
Thank you very much.
Take care.
It was our pleasure.
Yeah.
Yeah, wonderful initiative. I'm really happy to see all this happening on campus. So congratulations to